If you want to build big arms, then you are in the right place. Unfortunately, the reality is most people get arm training very wrong. If you're anything like me and you want to build bigger arms, then you've probably spent most of your time in the gym training chest and biceps. Unfortunately, the reality is biceps are the smaller muscle in the arm, so focusing more on triceps is going to help build your arms faster. I'm going to give you 5 science-backed exercises that you can do in almost any regular gym or at home that are going to get you outsized returns when it comes to your arm growth. Before we get into things, there are 2 important parts of this video to understand so we're on the same page. The stretched position and the shortened position. And I'm going to give you examples of both on the screen. It has been scientifically proven that training in the stretched position tends to get superior benefits. So we can now tailor our programs to suit that. Exercise number 1 is an overhead tricep cable extension. You can also do this with a dumbbell. Now, there was a study that compared the overhead tricep extension with the regular press down, and the overhead tricep extension showed superior results by around 50%, which is pretty big. So again, incorporating some overhead tricep work to train your arms in that stretched position is absolutely key. So that's going to be exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is the close grip bench press. It is one of the best exercises that you can put a large amount of load onto the bar. So you're going to be forced to work under heavy load, which is going to provide further stimulus here. It is also training more in the shortened position with your elbows tucked down around your sides, but it's still a really effective exercise and is one you can add a lot of weight to provide a lot of stimulus. Moving on to exercise number 3, and that is a skull crusher. Now you can perform this with either dumbbells or an EZ or barbell here. My preference personally is the EZ bar. And again, there are a couple of things to think about when you're performing this exercise. We're again training in the stretched position, meaning that your arms are sort of above your head and stretched out, meaning it's going to be superior for our tricep growth. And it's key not to actually crush your skull here. You actually want to focus on creating more of an arc and going a little further back in these exercises to get the full benefit and range of motion from it. Exercise number 4, we're getting into the bicep work here, is going to be the boring old bicep curl. Yes, this may not be the most click-worthy exercise in a world full of fluff and social media influencers doing bullshit exercises that don't do an awful lot for you, but this is one of the most time-tested, easy to load, easy to progress, easy to do almost anywhere bicep exercises that you can use. Couple of key points: make sure you're doing these relatively strict with good form. Swinging weights back and forward is going to do nothing for your biceps and everything for your ego. Take it slow and controlled, and in order to go through the full range of motion, you can contract your triceps at the bottom of the range and then fully contract your biceps on the way up to get a full range of motion and maximize the exercise. Exercise number 5, the 5th and final one, is going to be a bicep curl, but with an incline here. So we're facing away from a dual cable. This is a fantastic way to train your biceps in the stretched position. Couple of key things: I really like to pull my scapula back and keep my upper back tensed, then just focus on flexing from the elbow. There is no benefit to you swinging the cable back and forward and almost trying to push your arm up and through. That's just going to bring in your rear delt, but don't worry about a little swing there. Just really focus on contracting your tricep, then contracting your bicep. And that is the best way you can utilize the full range of motion and get the most out of this exercise. That's great, but how do you actually put this into action? Well, you can train your arms 2 to 3 times per week. I would suggest starting with 2 and then slowly increasing over time as you progress and get stronger. On the reps and sets side of things, start with 2 sets per exercise on 2 days, then build it up to 3 after another 4 weeks and 4 after a further 4 weeks. So again, you're going to build natural progression into around a total of about 10 to 20 sets per week. Again, that's on the higher end for your biceps and triceps, but if you really want to push them and grow them, then that's what it's going to take. When it comes to rep ranges, I would select somewhere in the region of 8 to 15 reps. Focus on one for around 6 weeks, then switch it up and focus on the other. For example, 8 to 10 for 6 weeks, followed by 12 to 15. Start with the weight that you can get around 8 reps, increase until you hit 10, then up the weight and repeat that cycle. That's how you progress, improve and get better. Off to the side is going to be a really helpful video for you right now, why ab workouts are useless and what you should be doing instead to get abs. Go and check it out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be reminded of future videos. See you all in the next one.